everybody. So as you can see, I'm drenched. I just finished max out cardio with Insanity and chisel cardio with Autumn Calabrese, which is for me the power combination of trainers if you are looking to get in not just amazing shape, but like bikini competition athletic shape, walking down the street, running down the beach in a bikini with no jiggle. This is my combination that is like my super secret combination that you always see me posting about. And I'm gonna actually have the calendar that I'm doing up on my blog, because I do throw in extra workouts as well as yoga. So if you have an hour or 2 hours a day to devote to your fitness, this will get you to where you wanna go. If you only have 30 minutes, Insanity Max 30 is going to be the most bang for your buck and will get you incredible results. The first time I did it, I lost 13 inches, which is 30-minute workouts. So you can get in incredible shape without doing an hour, but if you can do AM, PM, or you can devote an hour a day and you have that luxury, which I feel like if you're doing home workouts, you do, because you don't have to commute to the gym, you don't have to wait for class to start, you don't get caught talking to your teacher after class. You know, you don't have to drive home, you don't have to wait to use machines, so you are actually probably going to have more time to devote to actually working out, because you're cutting out the commute, you're cutting out changing clothes, you're cutting out like a lot of things, a lot of variables that go into going to a gym atmosphere. So I wanted to do a quick post double stretch session with you guys. I love the stretch sessions at the end of the workouts, but for me personally, as a yogi as well as a athlete and somebody who likes to push myself, I also love flexibility, and I also don't want anybody getting injured. So while your muscles are warm, let's go ahead and get into the stretch. So the first stretch is going to be one that targets, I'm sore, targets your hip flexors. It's going to target this area that I call the butt thigh. There's probably a more official name for that, but go ahead and get into as wide of a split as you can, and sit up straight. You don't want to, the goal isn't to push yourself, you guys. Like with stretching, if your body says stop, stop. Don't push yourself beyond, you know, where your body can go. And I want you to encourage you to sit up straight. Breathe in, lift up your arms, interlace your fingers, stretch up. Now again, keep your chin down, don't overextend. You don't want to lift your chin up, because then you're going to be compressing your spine. So just keep your spine straight. You don't have to look at me, I'll tell you when to move. Just stay right here. And be lifting up towards the ceiling, stretching your arms up as much as you can. And now we're just going to bend to the right. Actually, you're right. Where is this? I guess the left, I guess it's not in the mirror. So bend to your left. Bend whichever way you want, it's really not important. Try to open up your chest without compressing your lower back. So if you can lift out and up, gonna feel really good. Breathe over to the other side. Inhale and out. Same. Don't fall into it. You know, don't compress your spine. Stay up. The goal is to keep your chest open. And breathe. Now lift up. And we're gonna fold forward, so straighten your arms and fold forward. You can stop here, so if you want to go ahead and just stop here, and don't put your hands on your knees, put them on your thighs. If you actually push your thighs down, you can actually kind of roll them out gently, and you'll feel a stretch in your inner thighs as well. I'm all about that inner thigh flexibility, because you know, when you're compressing your muscles by doing weightlifting or jumping, you know, you're pushing your joints, your ligaments, your muscles, you're squishing them kind of like a hamburger. between two buns. And I'm doing a video. So yeah, you're pushing like kind of like a hamburger between two buns, and you want to kind of like pull it back out, extend it back out, kind of like a Stretch Armstrong, right? I don't know, am I dating myself? Do you guys know what Stretch Armstrong is? So go ahead and just kind of like keep your back straight. Keep looking down at the floor, don't look at me. If you want to like glance your eyes up like this, you can, but try to keep your, and have you tried to flex your glutes? Flex your glutes while you're doing this. Ooh, you can feel that stretch. Now I want you to come down. So I like to come down on my elbows and keep my, my spine straight. And I like to just rest my chin in my hands like this. And breathe. Take 5 big breaths in your nose, out your mouth. All right, now push it up gently. Don't like fling yourself up. Sometimes I see people in yoga and they're like, ah! I'm like, no. Slow, slow. Okay, so now I want you to lean over to whichever side you want. I'm leaning over to my right. And open up your chest. Lift your arm up. And side bend action. Pull, so try to push your left hip down on the floor while you pull through your fingertips or your right hip, depending on which side you're reaching on. If you're reaching on your right with me, push your left hip down and pull out your fingers. So you're pulling all the way from your hip. Oh yeah. Don't forget to breathe. Now turn and just kind of fold and just relax. I like to use my hands as like a pillow and just rest it. And still, again, try to pull your left hip down. You're gonna feel it to come off the mat, so you gotta kind of push it back down, right on your sit bones. And come back up, and we're going to go to the other side. So just kind of slowly creep your arm over until you can't anymore. Oh, man, I feel that right here. I'm really tight in my IT bands and my hip flexors. And then reach your arm up and over. Pull and sit. Pull and sit. So this is an active stretch. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, now relax. Turn towards your leg. I'm more tight on this side. Oh man, I'm way more tight on my left side, so I'm just moving very slowly. And then gently come up. Do you think you can actually move your legs? Pull, this is what I like to do. I like to bend my knees, and I like to pull one in, and then pull the other one in, because they are heavy. And you just beat the crap out of yourself. So this is time for you to love on yourself. yourself and treat your body like a baby. Oh, are you crack-a-lacking like I am? Oh, okay, so butterfly stretch. Straighten out your spine. Roll your shoulders back. And again, we're going to fold up and over. Just go as far as you can. You can reach your arms out straight. I like to bend mine and just rest on them. While you're leaning forward, you can also put your elbows down on your inner thighs and kind of press your inner thighs down. If it doesn't, don't you feel anything in your knees, stop. Again, we're not here to put ourselves into pain. This is supposed to feel good and release tension in our IT bands, our inner thighs, our hip flexors. So come on up. And you're just kind of gonna put your feet out a little bit and just come in to a squat. Ooh, yeah. So anytime that you're feeling it in your knees, it's typically because you have tightness in your IT bands or in your lower back or in your hips. Pretty much everything stems from your hips and your lower back. So the more stretching you do and the more flexibility you have, the less you'll be putting tension, the less your tendons and your muscles will be pulling because they'll be more relaxed. So in this stretch, I want you to, kind of push your thighs out a little bit. Again, if you feel it in your knees, stop. You can even sit forward like this, and coming up too straight hurts, or if you're really flexible, you can come up like this, straight in it. I'm flexible, so you're not in competition with me. I've been doing yoga for 5 years and working out consistently for 6. So I've been doing yoga for 4 years. 4 years. So, and I'm still not where I want to be because I'm not consistent enough. So, all right, put your hands flat on the floor. Put your feet parallel to each other and straighten your legs. I bet that feels amazing. Now fold forward and just kind of grab your elbows, let your head go loose and sway back and forth. Make sure there's a micro bend in your knees. Don't lock out your knees. Now take your hands and reach them behind your legs and on your hamstrings, and try to stick your tailbone up and out, like as if you're in a downward dog, and you're lifting your tailbone, and you're like sticking your butt out. You still have a micro bend in your knees. You can even put your hand on your lower back if you want, is what I like to do, and kind of guide your butt up. You'll feel a stretch in your hamstrings. And then bend your knees and roll it up. Okay, so that's it. Give your legs a little bit of a stretch. I like to kind of pop out my hips a little bit and go like this. You do like a little sway in your hips, it's gonna feel really good right here. I always pop on my hips. My hips always pop. Sometimes I get massages and they pop my hip and it freaks them out. I don't know what's up with that, but I gotta take care of them so I don't have to get a hip replacement when I'm old, right? Okay. Thanks for tuning in. And if you have any other requests for other stretches or workouts or anything like that, let me know. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share.